Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your betting game by hitting that subscribe button and ensure you never miss out on our daily content. Want exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join our Patreon. Links are waiting for you in the comment section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. Florida Atlantic versus East Carolina. The Florida Atlantic Owls have faced a mixed bag of results in 2024, showing both promise and inconsistency. On offense, they're averaging around 330 yards per game, with most of their yardage coming through the air. Quarterback Cam Fancher has been a major focal point of the offense, throwing for over 1,400 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions so far. His inconsistency has led to struggles with sustaining drives, and the Owls' inability to convert on third downs or execute effectively in the red zone has hurt them in scoring efficiently. Despite these struggles, their ground game has been more solid, led by C.J. Campbell Jr., who has averaged 5.0 yards per carry and has contributed 8 rushing touchdowns. However, it's on defense where the Owls have seen their biggest issues. Florida Atlantic has been allowing 33 points per game, ranking 109th in the nation in terms of total defense. The Owls' defensive line has particularly struggled against the run, giving up nearly 6 yards per carry and more than 240 rushing yards per game. This vulnerability in the ground game could be problematic against an East Carolina team that runs the ball effectively at times. However, FAU's defense has found some success in defending the pass, sitting inside the top 25 for opponents' completion percentage, and they are also among the leaders in turnover creation. This could be critical in slowing down the ECU offense, as they are prone to making mistakes, particularly through the air. On the flip side, East Carolina has been an offense-first team in 2024, averaging over 28 points per game, ranking 48th in the nation. Their passing attack, led by quarterback Jake Garcia, has been the primary method of scoring. Garcia has completed 60% of his passes for over 2,000 yards and has 12 touchdowns, but has also been prone to turnovers, with one of the highest interception rates in the country. ECU has been able to move the ball effectively and get in position to score, but they've often faltered when it comes to converting in the red zone. This is an area that both teams will need to clean up in this matchup if they want to come away with a comfortable win. Defensively, East Carolina has had its share of struggles as well. The Pirates are allowing 32 points per game, ranking 100th in total defense. Despite giving up 5.4 yards per play, they've been decent at preventing big plays, limiting opponents to shorter gains. Where ECU has struggled most is getting off the field on third downs, which has allowed opposing offenses to stay on the field longer. Inside the red zone, ECU has also shown defensive inconsistency. Their pass defense has been one of their stronger points, as they're ranked in the top 25 in interception rate, and this could be crucial when facing an FAU offense that has struggled with turnovers. If the Pirates can disrupt Fancher's rhythm and slow down the run game, they could force the Owls into mistakes and take control of the game. Why Florida Atlantic plus 7.5 is the pick. The Owls may be struggling on defense, but they do have the ability to compete, especially against a team like East Carolina. The Pirates' offense has shown inconsistency, particularly in the red zone, which is an area where FAU can exploit them. Florida Atlantic should be able to run the ball well, thanks to their offensive line and Campbell's solid play. And if they can maintain a steady rhythm on offense and avoid turnovers, they will be able to stay within this line. FAU's defense has been more successful defending the pass than the run, which plays into their favor against an East Carolina team that relies heavily on its air attack. If FAU can keep Garcia in check and avoid being gashed on the ground, they'll be in good shape to keep the score close and cover the spread. Why over 57.5 is the pick. Both teams have had a history of high-scoring games, with Florida Atlantic having gone over in their last 4 contests, and East Carolina hitting the over in 3 of their last 5. Both teams have explosive offensive weapons that can move the ball quickly and generate big plays. FAU's ability to run the ball effectively should help them control the clock and put up points, while East Carolina's air attack, despite its flaws, can lead to fast drives and scoring opportunities. Furthermore, both teams have struggled defensively in various ways. FAU's vulnerability against the run could allow ECU to chew up yards and score, while the Pirates' defensive inconsistencies have shown that FAU should be able to exploit them for big plays and sustain drives. Given both teams' ability to score in spurts and the lack of elite defensive units, the over is a safe play here, with both offenses likely to reach the 30s or even 40s. Final prediction: Florida Atlantic plus 7.5 points. Over 57.5 points. Expect a back-and-forth affair where both offenses will find success, but the Owls have the tools to keep this close, if not win outright. With both teams trending toward higher-scoring games, the over is the best bet here. Appalachian State versus Coastal Carolina. The Appalachian State Mountaineers have managed to shake off a rough stretch and are entering this game on a 2-game win streak, improving their record to 4-4 overall and 2-3 in the Sun Belt. Quarterback Joey Aguilar has been a key reason for their offensive success, throwing for 2,270 yards with 18 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, while also contributing 159 yards on the ground. Aguilar has shown steady improvement throughout the season, and his ability to move the chains through the air has been a big asset for the Mountaineers. However, the offense has not been without its struggles, and the team's overall scoring efficiency has varied. Their passing attack is among the best in the conference, ranking 21st in the nation with 283.8 passing yards per game, and they have been especially effective in recent weeks, averaging 30.5 points in their last 2 games. On defense, Appalachian State has had its share of issues, allowing 34.4 points per game, ranking near the bottom in terms of scoring defense. They have been inconsistent against the run and have given up some big plays, but they have made up for it in the turnover department. With 9 forced turnovers on the season, 3 interceptions, and 6 fumble recoveries, the Mountaineers have been opportunistic and will need to capitalize on those chances to help keep Coastal Carolina's offense in check. The Coastal Carolina Chanticleers have had a difficult time in 2024, losing their last 3 games to fall to 4-4 overall and 1-3 in Sun Belt play. Quarterback Ethan Vasco has been solid, but not spectacular, completing 52.3% of his passes for 1,401 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. While Vasco has shown flashes of ability, the offense has been inconsistent, especially recently, as the Chanticleers have averaged just 18.3 points per game in their last 3 outings. The running back duo of Braden Bennett, 391 yards, 7 touchdowns, is still capable of making big plays, but Coastal Carolina's overall offensive output has been stymied in recent weeks by poor execution and a lack of protection for Vasco. Defensively, Coastal Carolina has struggled throughout the season, allowing 32.4 points per game. They have had difficulty generating pressure, registering only 15 sacks on the season, which has allowed opposing quarterbacks to find rhythm and make plays. The Chanticleers have forced 11 turnovers, 7 fumble recoveries, and 4 interceptions, but their inability to consistently get off the field has put too much pressure on their offense to keep up. Their defense has been especially vulnerable against the pass, and facing an Appalachian State offense that ranks 21st in the nation in passing yards could spell trouble. Why Appalachian State is the pick. Appalachian State's offense has been humming lately, scoring over 30 points per game in their last 2 outings. Joey Aguilar has been playing efficiently, and the Mountaineers have one of the top passing attacks in the conference. In contrast, Coastal Carolina's defense has had a difficult time stopping opposing offenses, especially the passing game. With the Chanticleers' inability to generate consistent pressure and their struggles in pass defense, Appalachian State should be able to exploit those weaknesses and move the ball effectively. The Mountaineers' defense, while allowing a lot of points, has been able to force turnovers, which could be key in this game. Coastal Carolina's offense has struggled to score points, especially in their recent losing streak, and Appalachian State's defense should be able to hold them in check enough to secure a win. Additionally, the Mountaineers have a strong recent history against Coastal Carolina, winning 4 of the last 7 matchups. Given the strengths and weaknesses of both teams, Appalachian State appears to be the more balanced and capable squad. Why under 62.5 points is the pick. Both teams have been inconsistent offensively this season, and while Appalachian State has been scoring at a higher clip lately, both teams have struggled with execution in recent games. Coastal Carolina's offense has been stagnating, averaging just 18.3 points per game in their last 3 contests, and their defense has shown vulnerability against the pass and the run. Neither team has been able to consistently dominate offensively, and both have had issues with turning the ball over and scoring in the red zone. Additionally, both teams have managed to force turnovers, which could lead to more stalled drives and fewer scoring opportunities. While there's potential for big plays, the lack of consistency on both sides, combined with the turnover potential, makes it unlikely that this game will reach the high 60s in total points. In fact, these two teams have gone under in 3 straight meetings, and given their current form and struggles to execute offensively, the under 62.5 points is a strong pick here. Final prediction: Appalachian State to win, under 62.5 points. Expect the Mountaineers' offense to continue its strong form and take advantage of Coastal Carolina's defensive struggles. The Chanticleers will likely have trouble keeping pace, and the overall lack of offensive efficiency from both teams points to a lower scoring affair. Appalachian State should be able to secure the victory, but don't expect a high-scoring game.